Alex Hormozi sold 3 million copies of his new book in just few days. That is wild. His 100 million money model launch is a proof that he knows how to build money models that actually work. But what if I told you his system actually works better when you buy a business instead of building one from scratch? Most people don't realize this, but 82% of small businesses fail. And the number one reason for that isn't a bad idea. It's not even marketing, it's cash flow. They simply run out of money before they figure it out. That's why Hormozi's method feels like a cheat code. So in this video, I'm going to break down Hormozi's money models and compare them to the strategy of buying businesses. I will also show you exactly which types of businesses absolutely explode when you combine the two. Alright, let's start with the basics. What is a money model? Now, it sounds like a fancy finance term, like something you'd hear on Wall Street, but in reality, it's simple. A money model is just the system a business uses to turn every customer into more cash flow. Take a lemonade stand, for example. A kid walks up and buys a cup for $1. Cool, you made $1. But with a money model, you stop thinking transaction and start thinking lifetime value. Maybe you offer a cookie on top for just 50 cents, and that is an upsell. Or maybe you give them a punch card, so after 10 visits, they get one lemonade for free. That's continuity. Now, that $1 customer is worth $5 or $10 over time. That's the difference between a business that struggles to survive and one that becomes impossible to kill. Hormozi says there are 4 main levers for business to scale: attraction, upsell, downsell, and continuity. Let's walk through each one quickly. Attraction. Attraction is how you get people into the door. It could be a TikTok ad, a billboard, or a first-class free offer. Without attraction, nobody knows you exist. Think of it like fishing. If you've never thrown a bait in the water, you can't expect to catch any fish. They won't just show up because you want them to, right? So attraction is your bait to get attention. Upsell. Upsells are what you offer after someone has already purchased. Think of McDonald's asking, "Do you want fries with that?" It sounds simple, but those fries add billions to the revenue of McDonald's every year. Starbucks does it too. You order a coffee and they ask you if you want a muffin. Half the time you say yes. That's not luck, it's a proven system. Downsell. Downsells are what you offer if someone says no to your first offer. So instead of losing them, you give them a smaller option. Okay, maybe you don't want the bundle, so here's just the basic version. You still make money. Continuity. This is the holy grail, where customers keep paying you month after month like a subscription model without you constantly chasing them. Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, all use this method. That's continuity. Even your local car wash does this. $10 for single wash or $30 a month for unlimited washes. Guess which one most people pick? The latter. Yes, that's continuity in disguise. And Hormozi didn't just come up with this in theory. He proved it in the trenches. Take Gym Lodge. The gyms he worked with didn't buy new treadmills or reinvent workouts. What changed were the offers, the way they sold. Instead of a cheap monthly membership, they packaged transformations, premium coaching, recurring programs, same gym, same equipment, but revenue went up 10 times. That's what Hormozi also teaches. If a customer spends twice what it costs you to acquire them, and they do it within 30 days, your business scales. Now you can outspend competitors, you can dominate the market, and you can keep scaling without running out of cash. That's the real power of a money model. Now let's put that next to buying a business. Most of us grow up thinking the dream is to build something from scratch, start in a garage, grind for years, and maybe, just maybe, it works out. We all hear the stories. Steve Jobs was in his parents' garage. Zuckerberg was coding Facebook in a dorm room. Ben Francis started Gymshark from his mom's basement. And we start to believe that's the only way to succeed. But for every one of those legends, there are millions who burn out, go broke, and give up. And sure, building has its advantages. You get full control. You don't need as much money up front. And you can design the vision exactly how you want. But on the flip side, when you build from scratch, you start with no customers. You're cash starved. You're basically burning money and time trying to figure it out. And most founders don't make it. On the other hand, buying is different. When you buy a business, you skip all that painful trial and error. You're not guessing what customers want. You're not starting from zero. You're taking over something that's already has paying customers. It already has cash flow, and it already has systems in place. Now combine that with Hormozi's money models. That's where things get interesting. Let's say you buy a small software company with 1,000 paying users. They're already paying monthly. That's continuity right there. Now you add upsells, maybe a premium tier with advanced features, maybe a done-for-you onboarding service. Suddenly, your ROI compounds. Or imagine you buy an e-commerce brand. They've got a decent attraction funnel. They're spending on ads and making sales, but they don't have any downsells. So when a customer says no to a big bundle, they just leave. You fix that, you add a loyalty program, you create continuity with a subscription box, and boom, cash flow doubles. This is why Acquisition.com, Hormozi's own company, doesn't just build. They invest and buy businesses on the back of their coaching fund. And then they apply these exact models to scale them faster. Businesses that work best with this strategy. Now, all businesses are not equal. Some are a perfect fit for Hormozi's levers. Some aren't. Let's go through the top ones. First, SaaS and subscription businesses. These are built for continuity. People are already paying monthly. So you just need to layer on upsells or extra features and your growth skyrockets. Second, e-commerce. Most online stores are obsessed with attraction. They're good at ads or SEO, but they miss the downsells and repeat purchase programs. Fix those and suddenly you don't just get one order. You get a customer for life. Your lifetime value scales. Third, service business. Here we have a blue-collar and white-collar businesses. Many of them are owned by baby boomers who are retiring. So there are thousands of small players which make them easy to buy, roll up into bigger companies, and add visual components. Basically layering in attraction, upsell, downsell, and continuity. And fourth, gyms. This is Hormozi's playground. On their own, gyms are an amazing business. Margins are thin, but under franchising, they become cash machines. Just copy and paste the same offers across multiple locations and voila. So to wrap it up, here's a simple filter I like to use. Ask yourself this: does this business meet Hormozi's formula? 30-day gross profit should be greater than 2 times cost of acquiring a customer plus the cost of goods sold or the cost to perform that service. In simple words, your customers should pay for themselves. They should also pay for the next customer. And all of that has to happen within 30 days. And I'm not just throwing words at you. My advice comes from 10 years of acquiring and selling businesses in investment banking and private equity, and 6 years running and scaling my own companies. So stop looking for something perfect, because the perfect business doesn't exist. What you want is something that is already generating and could scale further with a few fixes. And if you're not sure what to look for before buying a business, I've put together my ultimate acquisition operating system. It's a free guide that walks you through everything from sourcing deals, valuing businesses, to getting financing and closing the deal. You can download it from the description below. So the big takeaway is Hormozi's money models can turn any business into a cash machine. But when you apply them to acquisitions, you grow 10 times faster. So now tell me, would you rather build a business from scratch or buy one that's already running? Put your answer in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more breakdowns like this one.